second quarter, took a 3-point halftime lead. Then it was all Warriors from there.
Absolutely, Bonte. This is a great win for the Warriors because the Clippers are the #1 offensively efficient team in the NBA. And the Warriors just held this team to 36% shooting from the NBA, from the field.
Challenging every shot, keeping them off the free throw line. It always helps to be able to make shots so we can get back in transition.
The Warriors held the Clippers to just 79 points. In an NBA era where 120 is the norm, that's pure defensive domination. Leading the charge was Jimmy Butler, Golden State's newest weapon, already proving why that blockbuster trade was worth every risk.
Hold the Clippers to below 80 points. That is huge, especially on the night when the Warriors were struggling. They were trying to find something offensively.
If you're a fan of lockdown defense and clutch performances, hit that subscribe button. We're breaking down this defensive masterclass. This wasn't just another win, it was a statement. A declaration that when Jimmy Butler flips the switch, basketball turns into pure art. The final score says one thing, but the real story unfolded in those middle 24 minutes, when the Warriors morphed from a team down 3 at halftime into a defensive masterpiece. Butler poured in 21 points on 9 of 12 shooting, including 3 of 4 from deep. But here's the wild part. He barely moved in the first half, taking only 6 shots, almost as if he was studying the Clippers, decoding their every move, waiting for the perfect time to strike. And when he did, game over. He contested everything, shut down driving lanes, and kept the Clippers off the line. After the game, Butler's tone was calm, almost casual. But his performance? Anything but ordinary.
And Grant Lippman standing by with Jimmy Butler. Grant?
Jimmy, go on, man.
Uh-oh. This is happening again.
They want to speak with you? Yeah. He just did today.
Jimmy, you held the Clippers to 79 points tonight. What was working so well defensively?
Challenging every shot, keeping them off the free throw line. It always helps to be able to make shots so we can get back in transition.
Pods, posts, JK, Moody, so many of the young guys stepped up. What's how dangerous is this team when the depth stepped up like that?
Very, very, very. It was like this before I got here. We always say strength in numbers. We have that. Guys are confident, smiling, happy, and playing some great basketball.
That's Jimmy being Jimmy, humble in victory, but his numbers scream dominance. He just became the first Warriors player ever to post back-to-back games with at least 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 75% shooting from the field. Let that sink in ever. Not Steph during his MVP reigns, not KD in the dynasty years. Jimmy Butler. In this very game, he also joined an exclusive club, reaching 16,000 career points, a milestone achieved by only 21 active players. That list includes icons like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, James Harden, and Chris Paul. At halftime, Golden State trailed 49-46. Harden had already cooked them for 20 first-half points, and the Clippers were riding high. Then the Warriors remembered who they are. The third quarter wasn't just a run, it was demolition. Golden State outscored Los Angeles 32-13, holding the Clippers to a quarter so cold it vanished into the shadows.
Just trying to keep bodies on bodies. LA is there. The Clippers are tough. If you're letting Kawhi and James get downhill, Zubac on the rim, and we just try to make it tough and send bodies to them. Make them play in the crowd, and that helped us, especially offensively, turn tough possessions into transition.
Here's where Jimmy Butler's impact went far beyond the box score. After a quiet first half, he erupted for 10 points in the third quarter alone, fueling a ruthless 10-2 Warriors run. And he did it even while Curry was on the bench. That's when Golden State flipped the script defensively, sending double teams at James Harden every single time he touched the ball. The result? Harden, who had 20 points in the first half, scored 0 in the second. That's not luck. That's championship-level defense. Earlier this season, Draymond Green admitted, Our defense isn't very good. But on this night, that narrative got torched. The Warriors held the Clippers to just 36.6% shooting and forced non-scorers like Derrick Jones Jr. and Chris Dunn to take uncomfortable shots, and they simply couldn't deliver. Meanwhile, Jonathan Kuminga turned into a defensive nightmare, switching seamlessly onto Kawhi Leonard and Harden, shutting down both. It was disciplined, relentless, and pure Golden State dominance.
And I think everybody's in a good spot right now. JK's thriving. He's comfortable out there. He's confident. He's got off to a really good start, and let this thing go.
Draymond Green, at 35 years old, was flying around the court like it was 2015 again. And Jimmy Butler? He set the tone early, relentless, energized, and locked in. The Warriors entered the fourth quarter up 78-63, and at that point, it was over. The Clippers were gassed. No answers, no rhythm, no hope. Of course, we can't forget about the greatest shooter of all time. Steph Curry dropped 19 points and 8 assists in just 25 minutes. He didn't need to take over. His new running mate was handling business. That's what makes this Warriors team so dangerous. When Curry doesn't have to score 40 to win, and Butler can carry both the offense and the defensive tone, this team becomes a nightmare matchup for anyone. Brandon Pajicki added 12 points, and Quinton Post chipped in another 12 in a strong start. Suddenly, the Warriors' depth looks real, genuinely real. This wasn't a two-man show. Moses Moody came off the bench hitting threes. The second unit brought energy. And even when Curry sat, the team thrived. Late in the third quarter, Golden State outscored the Clippers 22-9 with Curry on the bench. You could feel it. This was different. One play summed it all up. Butler's slick bounce pass to Draymond Green in the fourth quarter that pushed the lead to 20. Chef's kiss. That's the kind of unselfish, high IQ basketball that wins championships. For the Clippers, this one stung. Kawhi Leonard finished with 18 quiet points, and Ivica Zubac had a respectable 14 and 13. But the game always felt like an uphill battle. Harden's second half disappearing act, 0 points after halftime, raised major red flags. The Clippers fell to 2-2, but more importantly, they watched a Western Conference rival add something they don't have: a closer, a defender, and a culture changer in Jimmy Butler. The win lifted the Warriors to 4-1, and suddenly, this isn't just a feel-good comeback story. It's a threat, a legitimate, frightening threat in the Western Conference. Keep in mind, Golden State had lost 7 straight to the Clippers before this. A streak that stretched all the way back to November 2023. This wasn't just snapping a skid, it was a message to the league. The Warriors are back. Because when you have a 37-year-old Steph Curry still performing at an elite level, a re-energized Jimmy Butler who just hit a major career milestone, and a defense capable of holding the Clippers to 79 points, you're not rebuilding, you're contending. Jimmy Butler's journey has always been about perseverance. 5 teams, 5 chapters: Chicago, Minnesota, Philadelphia, Miami, and now Golden State. Every stop came with drama. Every exit came with critics. And every single time, Butler silenced them. When the Warriors traded Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, Dennis Schroeder, and a protected first-round pick to acquire him in February, many questioned the move. Why bring in a 35-year-old with a history of conflict when you're trying to maximize the last great years of Curry's career? But Butler's response has been emphatic. Since joining the Warriors, he's averaging over 20 points per game, shooting efficiently, locking up on defense, and, most importantly, winning. The Warriors are now 27-10 in games Butler has played. That's not coincidence. That's impact. Head coach Steve Kerr, who's been preaching defense all season, finally saw his vision come to life. After the game, Buddy Hield crashed Butler's post-game interview. Laughter, smiles, and energy everywhere. You could see it. This team is having fun again. Kerr's decision to bring Al Horford off the bench after a brutal first half, minus 23 in just 12 minutes, was bold, but it paid off. The Warriors flipped the script, outscoring the Clippers by massive margins in the second half. Now, this Warriors team features 3 veterans, Curry, Butler, and Green, all 34 or older, combining for 61 regular seasons and 651 postseason games. Experience everywhere. Ironically, it was the Clippers, the league's oldest roster averaging 30.7 years per player, who looked worn out. Golden State proved Tuesday night that age is just a number when you play with passion, purpose, and elite defense. The Warriors now sit at 4-1 through 5 games. They're 20-0 since that ugly 139-119 loss to Portland, the night many say woke them up. Butler and company have a day off before a 2-game road trip starting Thursday against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. As for the Clippers, they have work to do. At 2-2, it's not panic time, but their flaws are showing. When teams take away Harden, their offense collapses. The ball stops moving, and without consistent creation from Leonard or George, they stall. Let's be real, the Warriors aren't the outright favorites. The Celtics are loaded. The Nuggets are the defending champs. The Suns